Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says his government accords top priority to ensuring remunerative price to farmers for their produce. GST Council meeting underway in New Delhi, tax on some items likely to be reduced. 5 Central Oil PSUs sign agreement to connect all 7 northeastern states to national gas grid. Heavy rain continues in several parts of Odisha. Countrywide emergency ambulance service for Sri Lanka to be launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi through video conferencing today. And in sports, India to meet England in their opening match of Women's Hockey World Cup in London this evening. In archery, Indian women to clash with France for gold medal of World Cup Stage 4 in Berlin today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said his government is according top priority to ensure that farmers get remunerative prices for their produce. He was addressing a farmers' rally at Shahjahanpur in Uttar Pradesh this afternoon.
देश के हर किसान के श्रम का सम्मान हो, यही केंद्र में भारतीय जनता पार्टी उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार हम सबके लिए ये हमारी प्राथमिकता है। यही कारण है कि देश के करीब 5 करोड़ गन्ना किसान परिवारों के हित में हाल में अनेक फैसले लिए गए हैं।
He said the government has raised the price of sugarcane to 275 rupees per quintal, which is 80% more than the cost of production. The Prime Minister said his government has also imposed 100% import duty on sugar and allowed export of 20 lakh tons of sugar. This will leave sugar mills with no excuse to delay the payment of sugarcane arrears in time.
आपको आपके गन्ने का पूरा बकाया जल्द से जल्द मिले, इसके लिए अनेक प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं। चीनी के आयात पर 100% शुल्क लगाया गया। 20 लाख टन चीनी निर्यात करने की अनुमति दे दी गई। चीनी के लिए एक न्यूनतम मूल्य तय किया गया ताकि चीनी मिल में नुकसान का बहाना न बना पाए।
Mr. Modi said his government is taking all possible measures to ensure that sugarcane dues are cleared by sugar mills at the earliest. He said previous governments left thousands of crores of sugarcane arrears, which was cleared by his government in a time-bound manner. Mr. Modi said his government also raised minimum support price of 14 crops, which is a record in itself.
सरकार ने ये फैसला किया है, गन्ने पर लागत मूल्य के ऊपर लगभग 80% सीधा लाभ मिलेगा। धान, मक्का, दाल और तेल वाली 14 फसलों के सरकारी मूल्य में 200 रुपये से 1800 रुपये की बढ़ोतरी इतिहास में पहले कभी भी नहीं हुई है।
Mr. Modi alleged that when opposition parties were in power, they did not do anything concrete for farmers and are now only shedding crocodile tears. BJP President Amit Shah has reiterated the government's commitment to double farmers' income by 2022, saying it has a clear roadmap in this regard. He said it is not a political step but a mission for the NDA government and it has taken several measures for the welfare of farmers. Mr. Shah was addressing a seminar on reforming agrarian economy, role of insurance in New Delhi today.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार आने के बाद यूरिया की कालाबाजारी रोकने में फायदा हुआ। किसानों को जो आपदा के वक्त राहत का स्ट्रक्चर था उसको ज्यादा साइंटिफिक किया, सोलार पंप का कंसेप्ट लॉन्च किया और इंश्योरेंस स्कीम को सुधारने का अपना बड़ा प्रयास किया गया।
Union Minister Arun Jaitley today said a vote of no confidence against the government is a serious business and not an occasion for frivolity. In a Facebook post, Mr. Jaitley said that the lead participants in the debate are normally senior political leaders who are expected to raise the level of political discourse. He pointed out that Congress President Rahul Gandhi missed a great opportunity and opined that Mr. Gandhi's lack of understanding is not only confined to basic issues but also to the niceties of protocol. The Goods and Services Tax (GST) Council is currently meeting in New Delhi today. Finance Minister Piyush Goyal is chairing the 28th meeting of the Council. Sources said the Council may consider reduction in tax rates on a number of items with low revenue implications as part of a tax rationalization exercise. The items which could be considered include sanitary napkins, handicrafts and handloom goods. The Council will take up the issue of rationalization of taxes as demanded by stakeholders. In his opening address, the Finance Minister said better compliance and honest implementation of GST tax structure will benefit people as they will get various goods and services at cheaper rates. In a major initiative to connect all the northeast states to the national gas grid, 5 Central Oil PSUs, IOCL, ONGC, GAIL, OIL and NRL have signed an agreement for executing the Northeast Natural Gas Pipeline Grid. As per the agreement signed in Guwahati, a joint venture company will develop, build, operate and maintain the grid connecting Guwahati to other major northeastern cities and load centres such as Numaligarh Refinery and integrating it with gas-producing fields in the region. The project will connect the state capitals of all the 8 northeastern states, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. There will be an expenditure of 6,000 crore rupees for the 1,500-kilometre gas pipeline in 4 years. Our correspondent has more.
The joint venture company will have equal equity contributions from all the partners. The gas grid project will connect all northeast states to the national gas grid through Barauni-Guwahati gas pipeline being laid by GAIL. From Guwahati, the pipeline will extend to Numaligarh, Dimapur, Kohima and Imphal in one direction, Shillong, Silchar, Aizawl and Agartala in the second direction and to Itanagar in the third direction. Gangtok will be connected from Siliguri from the gas pipeline of GAIL coming from Barauni to Guwahati. Priyabrat Hazarika for AIR News, Guwahati.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Heavy rain continues in several parts of Odisha due to low pressure over the Bay of Bengal. A number of places have been cut off due to floodwaters in Nabarangpur district. Normal life has also been paralysed in Puri and Cuttack. More from our correspondent.
Nabarangpur district received 227 mm rainfall during last 24 hours. Gajapati, Ganjam, Kolahandi, Jajpur, Malkangiri, Dhenkanal, Puri, Anugul, Kendrapada, Khurda, Noyagad districts have received heavy rainfall last night. Many localities in Cuttack, Bhubaneswar and Puri city have been waterlogged. In many areas, ground floors have been submerged with rainwater. Due to lightning, 17 people died in state yesterday. Highest number 7 died in Baleswar district, followed by 5 in Mayurbhanj district. Sudhanshu Doda for AIR from Bhubaneswar.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch the countrywide emergency ambulance service for Sri Lanka through video conferencing from New Delhi today. The service, introduced earlier in 2 provinces of Sri Lanka with grant assistance from India, will be expanded to the remaining 7 provinces today. The inaugural function will be held in Jaffna of Northern Province, where Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe will be present. More from our correspondent.
The emergency ambulance services was specifically requested by Sri Lankan government during Prime Minister Modi's first visit to Sri Lanka in March 2015. After successful rolling out of services in 2 provinces, Sri Lanka's government further requested its countrywide expansion, which was announced during Prime Minister's second visit in May last year. The services met enthusiastic response and met a critical gap in Sri Lanka's health sector. It is the second largest grant project in Sri Lanka after housing and is being funded at approximate cost of around 160 crore rupees. Sri Lankan Prime Minister has termed it as a good example of India's success story being transferred to Sri Lanka. Santosh Kumar for AIR News from Colombo.
In Tamil Nadu, processed sea cucumber weighing about 750 kg worth around 80 lakh rupees meant to be smuggled to Sri Lanka was seized off Mandapam coast. 3 persons have been arrested in this connection. Marine police in Rameshwaram said a patrolling team found the cucumbers stuffed in sacks in a country boat anchored in the sea. Sea cucumbers are classified as endangered species and their harvest is banned under the Wildlife Protection Act. The central team, led by Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju, is visiting the rain-affected districts in Kerala to assess the damage. Mr. Rijiju told media persons that compensation will be given to the rain-affected people. He added that 80 crore rupees has already been granted to the state. In Jammu and Kashmir, an encounter broke out between security forces and terrorists near the line of control (LOC) in Tangdhar sector of Kupwara district today. The gunfight began when counter-infiltration grid intercepted a freshly infiltrated group of terrorists along LOC. The encounter continued when reports last came in. The Enforcement Directorate (ED) today filed a charge sheet in a Delhi court against former Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh's son Vikramaditya in a money laundering case also involving him. Special Judge Arvind Kumar fixed the matter for consideration on July the 24th, when he will decide on whether to take cognizance of the final report. The charge sheet, filed by Special Public Prosecutors, names 83-year-old Veerbhadra Singh and his 62-year-old wife Pratibha Singh among the other accused in the money laundering case. The Digital India flagship program of the Centre has a vision to transform India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. Digitize India Platform DIP initiative under the program is to provide digitization services. DIP offers an opportunity for government agencies to transform themselves into digital enterprises. Here is a ground report from our Bhuj correspondent.
In Kutch Bhuj, to achieve the government's goal to maximize digitalization, Dena Bank is giving importance to IT products and has launched various products to facilitate and maximize digital transactions. Dena Bank is presently offering a number of digital products to give a boost to the digitalization drive of government.
Chandramohan Saini, Deputy General Manager, Dena Bank, Bhuj Zone. Dena Bank offers to the public an attractive bucket of digital products, namely internet banking, mobile banking, UPI, Bhim Aadhaar, POS, debit card. In the year ended March 18, Dena Bank is having a vast ATM card base of approximately 2,43,000 and Dena Bank's Bhim Aadhaar application is being used by approximately 13,000 customers in Kutch district. Further, Dena Bank has also provided internet banking to approximately 2,400 new customers and mobile banking to approximately 1,100 new customers in the district during the first quarter of the current financial year itself, and is striving to maximize its digital outreach further to give thrust to the digitalization drive of the government.
Dena Bank is committed to make digitalization drive of the government a grand success. Our surveyor from Bhuj.
The United States called on North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to act on his promise to give up nuclear weapons. After briefing UN Security Council envoys in New York, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said the world has demanded that North Korea take specific steps towards denuclearization, urging UN Security Council members to continue upholding sanctions on North Korea. Pompeo said every nation, including China and Russia, must continue to enforce sanctions until the North Korean leader does so. On to sports now. India will take on England in their opening match of the Women's Hockey World Cup in London today. The match will begin at 6:30 p.m. Indian time. A total of 16 teams divided into 4 groups are taking part in the tournament. India has been placed in Pool B alongside hosts England, Ireland and the United States. India's previous appearance at the World Cup was in 2010 when the event was held in Argentina. The Indian Eves had finished at the 9th position then. In archery, the Indian women compound team will face France in the gold medal clash at World Cup Stage 4 in Berlin today. The trio of Trisha Deb, Jyoti Venom and Muskan Kirar had stormed into the final on Thursday, assuring India at least a silver medal after they stunned top seed Turkey 231-228. The fifth-placed Indian team had defeated Great Britain in the opening round before beating the US in the second round. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says his government accords top priority to ensuring remunerative price to farmers for their produce. GST Council meeting underway in New Delhi, tax on some items likely to be reduced. 5 central oil PSUs sign agreement to connect all 7 northeastern states to national gas grid. Heavy rain continues in several parts of Odisha. Countrywide emergency ambulance service for Sri Lanka to be launched by Prime Minister Modi through video conferencing today. And in sports, India to meet England in their opening match of Women's Hockey World Cup in London this evening. In archery, Indian women to clash with France for gold medal of World Cup Stage 4 in Berlin today. And with that, we end the midday news.